My story is kind of similar to Dave's. 14 years ago, I gave birth to my daughter, Julia, and she is the most amazing girl, gift, just the most life-changing experience. And we found out when I was pregnant with her that there was going to be issues. Worst case scenario, we thought worst case scenario, we thought she would have the need for a shunt. Her brain ventricles were enlarged, and that ended up not being the case. But an MRI revealed that she had agenesis of the corpus callosum, which means that she was missing the middle portion of the brain, the communication pathway of the brain, and chorioretinal lacunae, which is little lesions or loss of pigment on the eyes, and finally, intractable seizures. And she was having hundreds of seizures a day. And they told us that she probably would not live to see the age of 2, and that if she did, she would most likely not make it into adulthood. It only happens with girls. Males pass away in utero. And at first, I was in denial. I was angry. I thought, why us? And I am ashamed to say this, but I pulled away from her to protect myself and my feelings. And we were at Hershey at the Children's Hospital, and she was probably maybe 5 months old at the time. And they said she's not going to make it through the night. And I fell to the floor, and I said, if you just let her live, I will never again retreat from her. I will give every moment that I have to giving her the best quality of life and not focusing on the quantity of life. So that became my mantra: quality of life over quantity of life. Meaning, not spending every penny that you have, giving your child everything, but sitting next to them, holding their hand, reading to them, singing to them, just being with them. Because we can all be in the room with each other, but not really communicate. Your mind is somewhere else, or you're watching TV, or you're doing other things. So I decided that I could grieve what life she could have had, the normal, typical life, or I could look at the silver lining. That my daughter, she's 14, she made it past that age 2 mark, so we've been given 12 additional years. But the silver lining is I will never have to get a call that my daughter has been beat up by a bunch of girls. I will never have to console her because her heart was broken. I don't have to worry about her getting high in an alley, or telling me that she's pregnant, or having her best friend steal her boyfriend. All the things that parents worry about. None of that's going to happen. She is always going to be my little girl. She's physically 14, but she is mentally between 6 to 12 months. She's non-ambulatory, which means that she doesn't walk, she's in a wheelchair. She has the most beautiful smile. And Doctors would say that she doesn't communicate, but she does. She loves to tease. She's funny, and she's a blessing. And a lot of people say, I don't know how you do it. You know, I couldn't do that. But I look at them and I think, are you kidding? This is the most amazing gift. I am so blessed and lucky to be her mother, because the things that I thought were important prior to my daughter, I realize now don't matter at all. The only thing that matters is the time that we have with each other and making those memories. That's all that matters. Incidentally, I knew that I had just kind of planned that when my daughter gets her wings, that I would go too. And eventually I realized that her strength, her lessons would be lost on her own mother if I did that. So I created a foundation called Silver Linings Foundation, so that I would always be helping people, and when she did get her wings, I would be helping too many people to do anything stupid. And by the time I was done helping people, I would have mentally gotten over that hump. So the silver lining is, my daughter is alive. I don't have to worry about anything horrible happening to her. And when she does move on, I will too. Thank you.